Welcome to Leadership Energetics, the podcast where we talk all things about how to lead in a way where you are being authentic, where you are owning your truth and also your feminine energy and your masculine energy in a way that feels good for you. So in this podcast, essentially what we're going to be covering specifically is how to find your own groove, your own flow, because you as a unique woman isn't necessarily going to feel comfortable having a very masculine leadership approach, or on the contrary, a very feminine approach. It depends who you are. And when you understand your groove, your flow, the way that leading that actually works for you, it will be so much easier for you to show up and take leadership positions, because you will be authentic, you will be yourself, it will feel natural, it will be your flow. And when you aren't thinking in your head about something, you have more energy to pour into whatever you are doing. So that allows you to be more efficient, be able to pay more attention to detail. And that is extremely important, because the more that you're able to be in your groove and in your flow, the more that you're going to be enjoying yourself, and you're going to be a magnet to people, and your vibration, you're going to be in high vibrations, and so people will be attracted to you. People will enjoy being led by you. And that's the power of leadership energetics. People are going to start enjoying being led by you when they start to realize that you are somebody who is leading from a place of authenticity, who knows who you are. So in this podcast, I'm going to be covering how to find your groove and your flow. So when it comes to your flow, it's about understanding what it means to be centered, what it means to be in your being instead of your doing state. And also it's about understanding how to come back to your own awareness, your own self-awareness of how you feel in each moment, which is connected to building your emotional intelligence. So if you learn and you do all these things and upgrade your skills on what I just mentioned, you will find your flow. But to break things down, to make things simple and actually teach you how to do those things in this video, we're going to start with how to stay centered. So when it comes to staying centered, the biggest thing about being centered, I would say, truly is being able to slow down and do not attach to any emotion, any thoughts or sensations or energy or emotion as who you are, and realize you are the eye of the storm, you are the awareness of it all. And so you coming back to the awareness of who you truly are is the thing that's going to allow you to be centered. And when you're centered, you're not as easily as influenced and affected by other people, so you're able to more easily influence and affect others, because you're not being so easily influenced in the first place. So now you go from follower position to leadership position. And it's the same side of the coin. It's one coin, and the one coin is leadership and followers. You cannot have leaders without followers. I was literally having a conversation about this today. You cannot have sheeple without lions. They are basically one without the other wouldn't exist. They need one another to be there so that one can exist. And so essentially that's the beautiful thing. If you are a follower, you're a leader also. And if you're a leader, you have to be a follower too. And it's learning how to lead yourself when you're following, and learning how to lead and how to follow when you're leading, right? So it's learning to master both sides of the same coin. By doing that, you learn the dynamics of leadership. You learn energetics, the dance of leadership. So it's how to lead through your feminine energy and how to lead through your masculine energy. So I'm giving you a lot of information right now. A lot of information. So if you've never heard all these concepts, it might be like, whoa, what is she talking about? But most likely you have. Otherwise, you really wouldn't be watching up to this point. Because when it comes to bringing spirituality into leadership, you have to have already understood the basics and the foundation and the principles of leadership, because this is the advanced work. This is what you do when you've already been leading for a while. Now you're starting to see, okay, so I want to improve my leadership skills, I want to show up with more confidence. with more consciousness. I want to be more intentional in the way that I express myself. So that is where this incredible wisdom comes through, is when you are ready to up-level your leadership skills to the next stage. So that requires you to be able to bring in your centeredness. So first of all, really not identifying with any sensations, any emotions, any thoughts at who you are, but instead seeing it as simply information and data. That's staying centered, the first key thing for being in your groove and finding your own unique flow as a leader. The second thing I'd say is understanding emotional intelligence. So that means having an awareness of what you're feeling in the first place, and from there having the awareness of what your true being, your human self, this person that you are, needs you to do to feel like you're building that trust, that confidence with yourself. Because anchoring in that confidence is going to allow you to stay centered. You need to have trust in yourself to stay centered. Staying centered is staying balanced. Staying balanced also means staying, I love this bit here, staying balanced also means staying in a place where you're not losing your temperance, you're not losing your cool. So that means you're not easily getting off balance. When you get off balance is when you're basically, this is where your emotional state is, and somebody comes along and their energy maybe is a little chaotic and it gets you off balance. It makes you go maybe angry or erratic or sad. Like, that's taking you off your balance. So your balance is maintaining a homeostasis, a harmony, a space where you can stay centered and in control of yourself, in consciousness, where your thoughts are clear. That's you staying in your balance. And so you are basically learning how to ride the wave. And the wave is the experiences, the energies that come to you through this experience of life that you will always have every single day just for being alive. And so these are just, I love this video because this is a really, really powerful topic, and I'll probably create this again in a different way, because this video here is just packed full of value. So just doing one of these things, your life will completely transform. The second one is silence. Being able to master silence within conversation. This is so important for your flow, because if you do not have the gaps and the ability to just have silence and really reflect and think things and ponder on things and reflect on things mid-conversation, during conversation, by taking those pauses to center yourself and continue to come back to your awareness, what essentially is happening is you are not going with your flow, you are going with the flow of whatever is flowing in the moment. And whatever is going and flowing in the moment is where dead fish go. And if you want to be alive and you want to be going with your unique flow and learning how to go with your groove so that you can be authentic and shine your light and take up space and truly lead the flow out around you, you need to then first find how to be in your own state of flow, where you are thriving, where you are shining, and where leadership works for you. Because the thing is, you can model someone else's way of leading, but if you're not doing it in a way that works for you, what essentially is happening is you're going to keep coming back to the same problem again and again and again, which is that it isn't about being able to just lead, it's about how you do it. It's not what you say, but it's how you do it that is extremely important. So we're not looking for perfection here, right? We're not looking for perfection. It's not about you being perfect and just knowing how to act and use rule books. No, these things are just guidelines for you to work with so that you can lead in the most effective way. I've seen again and again and again that people that know their own flow, know their own unique ways of leading, are more successful in their leadership. People actually want to be led by them because they actually enjoy it, and people feel what you feel. So if you're actually enjoying it because you know your groove and your flow, people will want to be led by you. People will be magnetized by you. People will want to hear what you have to say. People are going to respect you, want to build connections with you, because they can tell that you are authentic. They can tell that you aren't having these like hooks of like exterior motives. It's just simply who you are. And that is you being in your alignment. In your alignment is where everything just flows around you. As you find your own inner groove and your own inner flow, things around you will start to flow and work out because you're now in a state of authenticity. It's one of the highest vibrations. I am loving this video here. It's completely, like, this is the kind of stuff that I work on mastering every single day. It's so very connected to silent power, which is this incredible book that I've read many times, and my friend is actually borrowing at the moment, but it's called Silent Power. It's the realization of power, true power, not the power where it's like competition of who's the strongest, like I've got the biggest muscle, but true spiritual power that actually moves mountains. That kind of power isn't something that you force or something that you try and do with proving. It's something that is just simply there. It is just your essence, your awareness, your inner knowing. It's an inner truth, an inner knowing. It's unshakable, it's unbeatable. That is something that you hold within you. It's called your silent power. So coming back, all of these things that we're discussing in this video right now, if you model one of these, you are going to come back into your center. You are going to be in a space where you are going to be moving through life through more ease. Leadership is going to feel more easy. It's going to feel like more ease and flow, and that is going to allow you to actually enjoy your leadership journey more, because leadership is not easy, but it's going to feel easier when you start to find your flow and your groove. And that's important because it makes you be able to lead it in a more efficient way, because like I said, leadership in essence will have challenges and obstacles. It is a very deep topic, and that's why I absolutely love talking about it. But essentially, finding your groove and your flow is an essential key part of becoming the best leader that you can become. And I know that's important for you. I know that you're the kind of person who does things for the best high quality. You're the kind of person who, when you do something, you're all in. When you're the kind of person who is so like ambitious and driven, and you have so much drive to become the best version of yourself. The only thing that you're scared of is not reaching your potential. So to you, it's important for you to be able to grow and evolve and become the highest version that you can possibly be. You're always looking for ways to grow and evolve and become your highest version. And so this is why you're attracted to my work, because these are the kind of clients that I attract. So when you start to own that part of yourself, own that you're somebody who loves doing things for a high quality, for your best capability, and you start to actually move in that way, life will open for you, because now you're in alignment, you're on authenticity, and now you're attracting people who are actually meant for you. You're attracting followers that actually want to follow you, that you actually enjoy leading. So it's a beautiful effect if you just keep coming back to your authenticity and your authentic frequency and coming back to your truth. This is what's going to happen in a result in your life. You are going to start to create experiences that feel like they are in alignment with your truth, with what you actually desire, because you are actually vibrating in your authenticity. So a beautiful way to do that is for being in your being, and your being is not doing. So doing is like, oh, I gotta take action. Your being is more about coming back to feeling the awareness and the presence, your presence of who you are in that moment. It's mindfulness, it's consciousness, it's being aware of your current state, your current focus. Where is your mind in? Is your mind in other people, in the future, in the past, or is your mind in the sensations and the emotions and the thoughts in the present moment, in what's happening right now, in the actual thing that you're doing? That is you being in your being. And the more that you're in your being, the more that you're able to actually create more high quality work, and the energy exchange that you have with people, which you're consistently always doing, is going to be so much more potent. I love this video. I'm going to leave it here and I'm going to upload this. This was actually really powerful. Like this video if you liked it and you received some value. Comment any questions so I can make videos specifically for you and to bring you value. And also subscribe so that you can get notified. I'm going to be doing this consistently, and I'm just allowing myself to move through the flow every single day. This is the goal. I'm just creating content without overthinking it, just creating it and going with the flow, and just providing so much value for you. So also you can add me on Instagram and you can connect over there. I create content on there too.